Hi, hola. This is Mirna with Knitting with Mirna, and today's tutorial is on how to make the Bernie Sanders inspired mittens. Go ahead and download the pattern or print it. It's a pattern by Alisa Coffee of Alco Knits. Hoy vamos a enseñarles cómo tejer los mitones inspirados por los mitones de Bernie Sanders. Pueden descargar o imprimir el patrón, así que síganme para empezar. Let's get ready. Come on, let's go. Okay, are we ready to get started? I am. I'm super excited. Okay, let me show you the colors that I use and my needles. I'm using size 4 needles, double pointed by Knit Picks, and I have these different shades of brown and black and gray and this off-white. So I showed you the glove earlier, the mitten earlier, and this is what it looked like. This is the finished product. Entonces estas son las madejas que estoy usando. Los estambres en diferentes colores de chocolates, cafés, cremas, gris y negro, y estoy usando mis agujas de doble punta de Knit Picks. So let's begin. The pattern is in the description below, so I hope you have a copy of the pattern so you can follow along, or if you just want to see the tutorial and take notes, that's also good. Así es que abajo en la descripción está la copia del patrón. Lo pueden imprimir o lo pueden guardar. O si ustedes solamente quieren seguir las instrucciones viendo el tutorial y tomando apuntes, también se vale. Okay, so we are going to cast on 36 stitches. And we're going to use the long tail cast on. And I have a tutorial in the description below on how to do a long tail cast on. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time explaining how to do this. I'm just going to go ahead and start casting on 36 stitches. Entonces lo primero que se va a hacer es montar 36 puntos. Tengo un tutorial en la descripción abajo que explica cómo montar los puntos si necesitan refrescarse la memoria. Esto lo voy a hacer sin entrar en muchos detalles para ir aprovechando el tiempo. So cast on 36 stitches. Once you have your 36 stitches, you are going to now divide them into 4 needles. Okay, onto 4 needles. So you're going to need 9 stitches per needle. Una vez que ya hayan montado los 36 puntos, entonces van a dividirlos entre 4 agujas. Corresponden 9 puntos por aguja. Once you have divided the 36 stitches onto 4 needles, you're going to begin knitting the rib, this portion of the mitten, using a 2 by 2 ribbing where you knit 2 and you purl 2. You can use a 1 by 1, knit 1, purl 1, it's up to you, and I knitted mine for 3 inches. Okay, so without twisting your stitches, we're going to begin the ribbing. Ahora lo que van a hacer una vez que ya hemos dividido los puntos en las 4 agujas es que vamos a empezar a hacer el punto elástico. Yo hice el punto elástico de 2 por 2, 2 puntos derechos, 2 puntos revés. Ustedes pueden hacer un punto derecho, un punto revés si así lo quieren. Y yo tejí el punto elástico por 3 pulgadas. So let us pick up these needles and begin knitting, not with the tail. We're going to knit 2 in purl 2. All around. Until you have about 3 inches for the cuff. Entonces vamos a tejer 2 puntos derechos y 2 puntos revés, todos alrededor, miren, por 3 pulgadas. This is how it's starting to look. Okay, I have completed my cuff. It measures about 3 inches. So now I'm ready to go into what is the thumb gusset. Así que ya terminé de tejer lo que es el puño. Mide como unas 3 pulgadas. Y ahora vamos a entrar a lo que es la medida del pulgar, ¿sí? Para eso, la primera instrucción dice que en la primera vuelta vamos a agregar un punto con inclinación hacia la derecha y después tejer 12 puntos y repetir ese paso 3 veces, terminando la vuelta con 39 puntos. Okay, así que vamos a agregar 3 puntos, de esa manera se los voy a enseñar. So now we're going to begin the increase for the thumb gusset. The first thing it's going to ask us to do on round 1 is to make 1 right, knit 12, and repeat the sequence 3 times, ending the row with 39 stitches. I'll show you how to do that. So make 1 right is like this. Para hacer, perdón, el aumento con la inclinación a la derecha, you're going to insert your left needle right between these 2 stitches. So right in here. Let's see if you can see that. The needle will go in from the back to the front, like this. Then with your right needle, you're going to knit that stitch. Okay? There is your knee. There is your knee. Make 1 right. Now you're going to knit 12 stitches. Ahora vamos a repetir nuevamente el aumento. Now you're going to repeat that increase again. El aumento es con la inclinación hacia la derecha. Así es que con la aguja izquierda vas a introducirlo en este espacio, aquí, la aguja de atrás hacia adelante. Y con la aguja derecha vas a tejer el punto derecho. Ya agregaste un punto. Ahora vas a tejer 12 puntos. Now we're going to do it one more time. make one right. And knit 12 stitches. Let us check our work and make sure that we have 39 stitches. So count your stitches. Very well, I have 39 stitches. And the next step is to knit all stitches. So this round is just simply knitting all 39 stitches. Stitches, and now you're going to make another make one right increase. Ya tejiste los 19 puntos, ahora vas a volver a hacer un aumento con inclinación hacia la derecha. Okay, so do you see where you're going to insert your needle? Right in here. From back to front, knit through the front loop, and here's your stitch. Remove this needle out of the way. Y ahí ya tienes el punto con la inclinación hacia la derecha. Ahora se van a tejer 19 puntos. Now we're going to knit 19 stitches. Okay, you completed your 19 stitches. So this takes you back to the beginning of the row. So if everything went well, you should have 42 stitches at this point. Entonces, ya que tejiste los 19 puntos, esto te lleva nuevamente al inicio de la vuelta. Y si todo salió bien, debes tener 42 puntos. Ahora, las próximas dos vueltas, como indica el patrón, la vuelta número 4 y número 5, va a ser donde se tejen todos los puntos. So, according to the pattern, rounds 4 and 5 are knit all stitches. So just go ahead and knit. Okay, we're back at round 6, and round 6 is exactly the same as round 3. We're going to slip a marker. Well, I don't have a marker because I'm using these double-pointed needles, and it won't allow me to put a marker here. So this is the beginning of my row, and this is where I am going to do the make one right. Ok, entonces la vuelta número 6 es igual a la vuelta número 3 en cuanto a agregar los puntos. ¿Sí? Lo que vamos a hacer es we're going to make one right. We already know how to do that. Make one right. Sorry. I think you can see it better here. We're going to knit. Here's your increase. There's your new stitch. Ahí está el aumento, ahí está el punto nuevo. Y vamos a tejer hasta que lleguemos al separador. We're going to knit till we get to the marker. So just knit these 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. You're at the marker. Ya estás ahí en el separador. Y lo que te dice es que vas a hacer un aumento hacia la izquierda. So now you're going to make 1 left. And this is how, remember, you insert your needle from front to back and knit through the back loop. Okay. Slip your marker and now knit 19 stitches again. Okay, you have your 19 stitches down. Ya tejiste tus 19 puntos y ahora vamos a hacer un aumento hacia la derecha. And now we're going to do our make 1 right. Don't forget to check the description below for tutorials on all these techniques. Okay, there you go. There's your make 1 right, and you're going to knit till the end. At the end of this row, you should have 45 stitches. Aquí, al final de esta vuelta, debes tener 45 puntos. Cuéntalos, let's count them. Well, I have 45 stitches. I feel good. Tengo mis 45 puntos, me siento bien. Y siguiendo las instrucciones and continuing reading the instructions on this pattern, just follow exactly what we've been doing. You're going to see that round 7 and 8 is a knit all stitches. So you're going to knit 2 rounds of knit stitch. Siguiendo las instrucciones vas a ver que la vuelta número 7 y 8 es todo tejido por el derecho. Así que vas a tejer 2 vueltas completas del derecho. And you see that round number 9 is again slip a marker. Okay, make 1 right, knit to marker, make 1 left, slip marker, and knit to the end. Entonces la vuelta número 9 es correr el marcador, pues que yo no tengo, ustedes a lo mejor sí tienen uno, y aquí vas a poner al aumento del derecho, tejer hasta el marcador y aquí hacer un aumento con inclinación hacia la izquierda y tejer hasta completar la vuelta. So rounds 10 through 18 is going to be repeating rounds 7 through 9 like 3 additional times until you have 53 stitches. So what's that gonna give you? Just a visual instead of counting like till 53 constantly or checking. You're going to end when you have 13 stitches between the marker. Okay, so if you had a marker here and a marker here, you should have 13 stitches. Okay, so just continue working that same sequence, and I'll see you when we have 13 stitches between the markers, or on the needle where you have a stitch marker. You should have 13 stitches before this marker. Entonces nos vemos cuando ya tengamos 13 puntos entre los marcadores. Si no tienen separadores como yo, solamente uno, pues van a tener 13 puntos antes de llegar a este separador, o donde tengan el marcador este que les indique que es la aguja en donde están haciendo los aumentos. Nos vemos dentro de 13 puntos cuando tengamos un total de 53. Okay, now we have 13 stitches between the markers, and we are going to place these stitches on hold. I'm going to transfer them onto this scrap yarn by sliding them off the needle and onto the tapestry needle. Así que lo que vamos a hacer ahora es que tenemos ya 13 puntos y voy a pasar estos puntos de la aguja a la aguja lanera que tiene la lana al final. And you should have 40 stitches left on your needles. Our next step is to begin working the color work. And following this chart, you are going to begin on round 1, working all stitches from right to left. And remember that we have 40 stitches on our needles, so we're going to repeat the rows twice. So you're going to get to 20 and you're going to go back and complete the row. So you're going to be doing each row working 40 stitches. Entonces ahora nos toca empezar a trabajar lo que es el color de la labor. Y vamos a leer esta gráfica de derecha a izquierda. Esta tiene hasta 20 puntos, pero recuerden que nosotros tenemos 40 puntos en las agujas, así que vamos a repetir el trabajo 2 veces para cada vuelta, ¿sí? So we're going to select our colors. Let's see. So I chose, this is the order of my colors. This is worsted weight yarn, okay, that I have like little bobbins. These are probably from Knit Picks, and others are, I don't know, they're all acrylic, that's for sure. So we're going to do this color here, and then follow by this beige. This off-white will be here. Then I'm going to take my gray and then black, and we're going to do our color work for 26 rounds, from round 1 to 26, without any decreases, ¿ok? Entonces vamos a trabajar las vueltas de la vuelta 1 a la 26, con los colores en el orden en que ustedes los quieran poner. Mis lanas son de grosor medio, son lanas acrílicas, son madejas acrílicas. Ustedes pueden usar cualquier material que quieran, pero y el grosor pues que vaya acorde a las agujas que estén usando, ¿sí? Y estas vueltas se van a trabajar sin disminuciones. So let's begin knitting. I'm going to use, what did I say? This one. So I'm adding the yarn like this, and I'm just going to knit every stitch following the chart. Ahora se tejen todos los puntos siguiendo el patrón. So here is the first round completed. Aquí ven que ya se tejió la primera vuelta. Now when you get to where you have your 13 stitches on hold, you're just going to knit over with this same yarn color. Ooh, am I doing this right? And bring it up close, as close as you can. There you are. And continue knitting. Y lo van a traer lo más cerca posible, because when we weave in ends and we pick up the stitches for the thumb, then we will close those gaps. Entonces, lo más próximo posible que puedan. Y cuando vayamos a esconder las hebras, cuando vayamos a levantar los puntos para el pulgar, ese espacio se va a cerrar. Okay, se va a ir cerrando solo. So you're going to knit this second row in your color of choice. Now we are at row number 3. Okay, we're going to add and work with 2 colors in this row. Ahora en la vuelta número 3 vamos a agregar y trabajar con 2 colores. Entonces, ¿qué dice aquí? El primer punto se va a hacer con el hilo de otro color contrastante. So now we're going to add a contrasting color. Oh, there. And you know what I like about this pattern is that it's beginners friendly, believe it or not. I mean, this is my 3rd pair of mittens and my first color work pair of mittens, and I managed to make it, and that's why I wanted to share this video with you guys, because if I can do it, anyone can, and with double pointed needles. So here is one, and then you grab the second color and you knit 3 stitches. There's 1, 2, 3. Then what do? 1. 1. Here we go. Where is it? Right here. Oh, no, not in front, but right here. As if to knit. So you're just going to go around this row, knitting 3. 1, 2, 3. In color A. 1 in color B. 1, vamos a ir cambiando los colores. Lo que yo decía es que yo no tengo mucha experiencia tejiendo mitones. Este ha sido mi 3er par, pero mi primer par con colores. Me pasé. Son 3 de un color. Okay, I did something. Okay, here we go. So I need 3 browns and 1 white. Here we go. So, si yo he podido hacer esto, digo, voy a compartirlo con otros si de repente se animan a tejerlo, los mitones estos. And 3, and you're going to continue doing this, do you see? And follow the chart And it's not as complicated or intimidating as it might look. Okay, keep going. I just completed row number 23, and I wanted to try the mitten on. I'm very curious. Let's see. Yes, it fits. It's looking pretty good. I like the length of the cuff. And then I'm going to finish, let me see, row 23, 24, 25, 26. Okay, I have 3 more rows before I start decreasing. Así que estoy en la vuelta número 23. Me he probado el guante, el mitón, me gusta cómo me queda. Y me faltan 3 vueltas más antes de empezar a hacer las disminuciones. Voy a volver. Let me get back. I'm going to have a lot of ends to weave in because, like I said before, I don't really color work, so I don't know how to add color and weave in the ends at the same time. I'm doing too many things at once, so I'm just going to take my time and weave in the ends at the end of the project. Okay, so I completed 23. I'm going to go to 24. The first square is going to be with the gray. And this is how I have been adding on my other yarn. And then, here we go. And here's my working yarn, and I'm going to knit 3 stitches. Oh, not yet. Now I'm going to knit 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and then 1 gray. So the sequence for this row is going to be knit. What am I doing? Yeah. Knit 3 dark and 1 gray. So knit 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1 gray. So you want to check your tension so you're not pulling the yarn too tight, and check if you can, if you're knitting it for yourself or someone with kind of like the same size hand as yours, then just check sliding it on, making sure that it's not too tight or the stitches are too loose or bunched up. So, en esta vuelta lo que estoy haciendo es siguiendo el patrón donde se tejen 3 puntos con el color oscuro, 1 con el color claro, y si están tejiendo el mitón para ustedes, entonces se lo pueden probar para asegurarse de que la tensión sea adecuada en las puntadas y que no esté quedando muy apretado o muy flojo los puntos. Yep. I place a marker at the beginning of the row and another marker at 20 stitches. So I'm going to follow the pattern that shows here. 1, let's see, SSK, okay, and follow the pattern and knit 2 together. Let's see, 2 stitches before the marker. So here's the marker. These 2 are going to be knit 2 together. Entonces se hace la disminución que hice al principio, que era SSK, ¿verdad? Y se va a seguir tejiendo siguiendo el patrón. Y los dos últimos puntos antes de llegar al separador, al marcador, se van a tejer juntos. So follow the pattern. Continue working your decreases until you have, let's say, 16 stitches remaining. And then to finish the hand, you have the option of graft both sides together with a darning needle, or you can work 2 stitches together all around and then draw the tail through the 8 remaining stitches, and that's how you can close your mitten. Así es que continúen trabajando en las disminuciones hasta que tengan 16 puntos y tienen la opción de ya sea coser ambas partes con una aguja lanera o tejer 2 puntos juntos, todos alrededor, hasta que les queden 8 puntos y entonces pasar esos puntos por la aguja lanera. Y así es como van a cerrar el mitón. Okay, now it's time to close our mitten. Ahora nos toca cerrar ya los puntos. Y vas a tomar una aguja lanera, insertar la lana y empezar a pasar los puntos por la lana. So now we're just going to thread these stitches through with the darning needle like this, pull and close it, and I'm going to bring this needle through to the bottom with the yarn just to secure it. Okay, I'll weave in these ends at the end, and our next step is to work the thumb. Okay, now for the thumb, where I cut the yarn off that I had these stitches on hold, and now I'm going to transfer the stitches onto my double pointed needles. Entonces ahora lo que hice fue cortar la lana que tenía estos puntos en espera, y ahora vamos a pasar los puntos a las agujas. We have our stitches, And then we're going to pick up 2 stitches. Wonder how I'm going to do that. You're going to pick up 2 stitches from, what does it say here? Pick up 2 stitches from the hand. Okay, so this is the hand. I think this is how I would pick up one. I'm going to pick up one on this side, and then we're going to pick up one from this side. One. Yeah? More like this, maybe. Let me see. A ver cómo salen estos. Levantar un punto aquí, pero se va a ver como un hueco. So I'm gonna go in here. Ay, I'm out of focus. Sorry, guys. So I'm gonna pick up a stitch right here. Alright, and now I'm going to start knitting. Okay, we're gonna add the yarn, and it says here to knit for, let's see, 15 rounds or until desired thumb length is reached. I think I'm just gonna go for the length. I'll try it on. Entonces dice aquí que se tejen por 15 vueltas o hasta obtener el largo deseado. Yo creo que yo voy a optar por probarme el guante y entonces así ya sé cómo medírmelo y cuándo parar de tejer. Fabric should reach just beyond the tip of your thumb. Before knitting 2 together, knit 1, and then knitting another round. The final round is going to be a knit 2 together round. Okay, so just follow the pattern. And then, what is the finish? Let me see. Oh, and then you're going to cut the tail and pull through the remaining stitches. Entonces ya una vez que tengas el largo, entonces vas a cortar la lana y con una aguja lanera entonces vas a pasarlo por los puntos como hicimos con esta parte. ¿Sí? Seguimos así. And here is my final product. I did the thumb by knitting my final round as 2 together and then just cutting a tail and pulling through the remaining stitches. So I hope you enjoy this tutorial. This was a lot of fun making these mittens. I want to thank Alyssa Coffee from Alco Knits for making this pattern and making it available to us for free on Ravelry. I invite you to go to the description below to look at the pattern, download it, and also click like if you enjoy this pattern, subscribe, share this tutorial with your friends, and leave a comment. Don't forget to activate the bell so that you'll get notifications on when I make new projects. So yes, pues gracias a la diseñadora Alyssa Coffee por ofrecer este patrón gratuito en Ravelry. Y si les gusta les gustó este video, por favor denle un like, un me gusta, suscríbanse, compártanlo con sus amistades y además activen la campanita para que sepan cuando vaya a hacer yo nuevos tutoriales. Muchas gracias. Thank you very much and see you soon. Oh, sorry, I forgot to say that these stitch markers are made by me and they're available on my Etsy page under Knitting with Myrna. Thank you very much.